welcome back to a new session which is about the living world of the class 11 chapter 1. Okay, in this chapter we'll discuss about what is living, biodiversity, need for classification, taxonomy and systematics, and we also have a concept of species and taxonomical hierarchy and also binomial nomenclature. We have taxonomical aids, but now it is deleted also, so we should not and we can't discuss that. So we'll learn briefly. This is my handwritten notes, okay, very important notes which I prepared carefully by looking at NCERT and understanding the NCERT. Now in this session we'll discuss what is living actually and how living. Before learning what is living, we should learn the species. What are species actually? Please comment below. Species are a group of potentially interbreeding organisms. That means the organisms can interbreed themselves and produce the offsprings of their kind. Okay, their own kind. Okay. Now in this chapter we'll discuss firstly about what is living. In that the four side headings which are factors, so growth, reproduction and metabolism. Okay. Now biological concept of species is introduced by Ernest Mayr. Total known species are 1.7 to 1.8 million excluding the bacteria and prokaryotes. We have horizontal and vertical existence, which mean horizontal existence is existing till now and vertical existence in olden days. Okay. Now in this chapter we'll discuss about this famous scientist who is Ernest Mayr. Okay. The important points are he is also known as Darwin of 20th century and 80 years of career. He lived up to 100 years and 80 years of career is on nearly 80 years based on the ornithology, taxonomy, geography and evolution systematics. He also pointed the definition of biological species as I told all here. So he also have a triple crown of biology. He is also known as. Okay. So Biology Award, Crawford and International Prize of Biology is given to him. So he is known as triple crown of biology. There are two PYQs which is very important for an aspirant and point of view. Let us take a view of this. Societies which indulge in anthropocentric view of biology. That means, what is this anthropocentric means? The central thing which governs or controls the other things with a limited progress. For example, humans are also the heads because we have knowledge, right? So with knowledge, we will govern and control everything with our hands. But we only have some of knowledge which is not even enough to biological knowledge enough. So limited progress is there for anthropocentric. This is the one of the example. All present day organisms are related to each other and related to organisms that ever lived on earth. Okay, these are the two PYQs. Next, life. What is life? Life is about 5 words, which is growth, cellular organization, reproduction, metabolism, consciousness. Firstly, what is growth? Growth have twin characteristics. Those are increase in cell number and increase in mass. In unicellular, the growth is increase in size and cell division, and the growth and reproduction are same at a time. Whereas in multicellular, increase in size, increase in cell number occurs, but growth and reproduction are different here. Because of the growth and reproduction are same in unicellular, it is known as inclusive events. Whereas in multicellular, growth and reproduction are separate and different, so it is known as exclusive event. What about the plant growth and animal growth? Plant growth is unlimited because it have meristems. It can arise into many several branches, sub branches. Okay, in animals the growth is limited because, for example, for only permitted age we will have a growth of our height, weight, everything. So this is best example, and we should have two words in our mind, that is intrinsic and extrinsic. What is intrinsic? Intrinsic means growth from inside. Cell division occurs. The cell break into several cells to form a new cells. Whereas extrinsic, it is occurs in non-living things. For example, mountains. Day by day, the accumulation of materials on the mountains have a growth change and height change, but it is not a living thing. It is non-living. So, growth is not a defining feature of living organisms, as it occurs in non-living and living also. Now, assertion and reason. Growth is a feature of living, but not a defining feature. Both are correct, right? Yes. Now coming to reproduction, the second. What is this reproduction actually? Reproduction is a biological process to make new organisms of its own kind. Some organisms can reproduce by hydra, fungi, all reproduce by asexual method. And some are also not reproduce, for example infertile couple, mules, worker honeybees. Some of our people don't know what is mules. Actually, mules are interbreeding of offspring of both the breed of horse and donkey. Okay, it is infertile. Okay, so by this we can think that it is living. These are living things, but do not have a character of reproducing. That means reproduction is not a defining character of living, as it is absent in some of the living organisms, right? Next, coming to metabolism. What is this metabolism actually? Is chemicals keeps changing on their own by the using catalysts of enzymes. There are two types metabolism, in vitro and in vivo. In vitro is in artificial methods, in artificial medium, and in vivo is inside the body. So in vitro means that inside a test tube or functional outside, whereas in vivo is functionally inside, right? Now we can tell that metabolism is defining property in only metabolic pathway. Pathway includes it is occurring in cell, living cell, but metabolic reactions are not defining, right? Because it can be occur like this in vitro also, in test tubes and artificial mediums, right? So the metabolism which occurs in living cells is only considered as defining character of this living organisms. Okay, now coming to consciousness. Consciousness, before going to learn this consciousness, we should know what is stimulus. Actually, stimulus is external change which occurs for animals, plants, bacteria. Animals have a sense organs which the stimulus takes place, and plants have for example geotropism, hydrotropism, phototropism. It is response to stimulus, right? Next, coming to bacteria. Bacteria also respond to the stimuli. Okay, and we have a special character, that is self-consciousness, which not available for every organism, which is only available for human beings. Okay, so the person who is living is having a consciousness, but the person who is dead doesn't have consciousness. So it is also a best defining character or feature of living organisms. Now think about this. Is metabolism is a defining feature of living organisms? Yes, because Living organisms include the cell. So inside the cell, the metabolism is happening is defining feature. Next one, consciousness is inclusive, metabolism is cellular and inclusive, and growth is should be instinctive and irreversible, and reproduction is not a character only. Right? Let us go on. Hope you understood up to here. Let us go on. As I told previously, now we completed the things which GRMC. Now we are entering to biodiversity. Let us go on. Now what is biodiversity actually mean is taxonomy. Taxonomy involves CICN, that means characterization, identification, classification, nomenclature. In this, classification and nomenclature are very important topics which we have to read for NEET. Okay, what is characterization first? Observing and describing characteristics including morphology, physiology, etc. are known as characterization. By knowing their characters, we'll define the properties and differentiate them. Next one is identification. Identification is a correct description of organism, is the exact NCERT line which is given in the NCERT textbook. We can view that. Next, coming to classification. Classification is nothing but a classifying the different kinds of species. And now coming to nomenclature. Nomenclature is providing a specific name or scientific name. In this session, we have a famous binomial nomenclature which is given by Carolus Linnaeus. He also written a book called Systema Natura, and he also introduced a system called artificial methods of plant classification. Now we have several rules of this binomial nomenclature. First rule is every specific name has two words, which is general name, genus, or the specific epithet or species. Next one, it is written in Latin language because Latin language is the dead language which have no change in it. Next one, genus and species. Genus written in capital letter and species written in small letter. Next one, and genus and species underlined separately when they're handwritten or when they're typed in printers, they're printed in italics. Okay. Next, an author appears after the specific epithet. Example, Angifera indica Linn. Linn is a Linnaeus scientist who described this. Okay. Now we'll understand a thing which is very important, molecular traffic. What is this molecular traffic means? Biomolecules continuously changes their forms in the cells, and old breaks into several new species are formed now. Now coming to systematics. What is systematics? Before going to this, the nomenclature is given by two main codes, which is ICZN and ICBN. What is this ICZN? International Code of Geological Nomenclature, and International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. This for and of is very important to distinguish these both. So be careful. For botanical we have for geological we have off. Now coming to systematics. What is a systematic actually mean is taxonomy plus phylogeny is known as systematics. That means characterization, identification, classification, nomenclature, and the study of evolutionary relationships between the organisms is known as systematics. Systema means systematic arrangement of organisms. Now we are going to important topics which is taxonomic hierarchy. Before going to this, we should understand what is taxonomy. Taxonomy is the process of classifying based on observable characters, easily observable characters of living organism. Here the taxa is also known as categories. Okay, these are the taxonomic hierarchy. First one is kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. From top to bottom, the top to bottom the common characters increases, and bottom to top the common character decreases. The maximum similarity is more for species and minimum similarity for kingdom. Right? Hope you understood. The lower the taxa, more the characteristic member within the taxa will share. Lower enta takkuva aithe anta ekku characteristics share avutayi. Okay? This is one of the table which is very important and asked in many exams of NEET. You must read this. Okay, let us go on to another topic. Okay, the next topic is just about the species, genus and families, kingdom, phylum, etc. Right? Now species. What are the species? Species are a basic unit of classification and is coiled by John Gray. It is the lowest category and a group of individuals which fundamentally similarities are they can interbreed within each other of their own kind. It is known as species. What is genus? Genus is a group of related species. For example, in animals we have Panthera leo, Panthera tigris, Panthera pardus. These are leo is lion, tigris is tiger, pardus is leopard. These three belongs to the same genus called as Panthera. Right? Now coming to plants. Plants. Solana nigrum, Solanum tuberous, Solanum melogena. These all belongs to Solanum genus. Now coming to family. What is this family? Group of related genus is known as family. Whereas animals end with AC and plants end with AC. Okay, AE, AC. Okay. Panthera. Okay, Panthera, lion, leopard, all things belong to Felidae. And animals like plants like Solanum, Datura, Petunia, all belongs to Solanaceae. So the family is right here. Family are categorized on the basis of both vegetative and reproductive features of a plant species, right? Hope you understood. Next, coming to order. Order is nothing but a group of related family which ends with ales. Solanaceae and Convolvulaceae is of polynomials. Okay. Now coming to class. Related groups of order. Primata and Carnivora both come into a single class called Mammalia. Now coming to phylum. The amphibia, reptilia, aves, mammalia all belongs to a phylum called chordates. The phylum is also known as division in plants. Okay, now coming to kingdom. Kingdom are two types, Animalia and Plantae. Okay, now coming to some important PYQs. We have completed the lesson and we are entering to important PYQs which asked in previous questions of NEET. See, please have a note of this. Okay guys, hope you understood. If you like this video, please subscribe and follow for more videos. Thank you.